People in the 1900s loved to hang out on a hot summer's day in a nice, cool park. So grab yourself a nice, cool bench to sit on. You might have to share the seat, because it's time now for us to read a newspaper together. We will be reading the Colorado Graphic from Denver, Colorado, dated January 18th, 1913. Don't miss, after the end of our reading, a special bonus movie clip, In the Park, from 1915, starring Charlie Chaplin. Condensation of fresh news. The latest important dispatches put into short, crisp paragraphs. Jailer S.M. Dowlin was overpowered by 3 prisoners in the jail at Channing, 40 miles north of Amarillo, Texas, bound, gagged, and locked in the cell vacated by the fugitives. A Virginia farmer sent a Washington merchant a box of mice that he had caught in his meal house for his cat by parcel post. The mice made the trip and were consumed by the cat. John D. Rockefeller Jr. will give $10 million to a fund for reclaiming fallen women and to fight the white slave traffic. The plan includes the removal of girls from red light districts and placing them in homes to be built for that purpose all over the country. Edward F. Milius, journalist, convicted in London of libeling King George, was turned back from the gates of the United States by Secretary of Commerce and Labor Nagel, who held that Milius's offense was a crime involving moral turpitude, which barred him from admission. Sport. A bill making a promotion of boxing matches in Idaho a felony, punishable by imprisonment for not less than 1 year in the state penitentiary, was introduced in the House of Representatives. One of Robert Burns's razors was sold in London the other day for $100. This, however, will make no difference if the buyer's wife happens to need it to rip a dress. A Macon judge rules that a man has a right to take a few snifters before getting married. He realizes that it takes courage, of course, but is a bracer of that sort absolutely necessary? Says a critic, men do not think enough. Of course, he refers to married men. The bachelor has to do an awful lot of quick thinking to remain single. A hydrocycle for 2 was recently given a tryout at Milan with great success by its builders, the Moretti brothers. Considerable speed can be made on this hydrocycle, and it is predicted that within a short time it will be seen in all inland waters of Europe and America. Outlaw horse is killed, Los Angeles. An outlaw to the last, Gray Eagle, notorious as an untamable cow pony and victor over many daring bronco busters, met death yesterday in his efforts to unseat Arthur Schutz, an 18-year-old rider. The horse slipped and fell during the furious battle for mastery and hit its head on a stone curb. Gray Eagle had been the mainstay of Wild West and moving picture shows for years, and there is no record of his having ever been mastered by any rider. Woof! The men who make the girly show do not do things by halves. They star a milkmaid chorus so that it can show its calves. Beating the game. Yes, sir, smiled Mr. Tight-Fist, who was in a reminiscent mood. When I was a youngster, they played that old trick on me. The boys got me out in the woods one dark night to hunt snipe. And they told you to hold the sack while they went off and drove the snipe into it, said one of the listeners. That's right. I stayed there blame near all night, too. But they didn't get ahead of me just the same. I beat 'em at their own game. How was that? I kept the sack, by gum. Different now. Father, did Mother accept you the first time you proposed to her? Yes, my dear, but since then, any proposal that I have ever made, she has scornfully rejected. I want you and your wife to come and have dinner with us next Thursday evening, said Mrs. Walmsley. We are going to have some friends from Cincinnati in. Thank you. It will be a pleasure to meet your friends, I'm sure. What time would you expect us? Oh, 6:30. And please don't dress. None of us are going to.